channel. I'm Rachel, and today's video is all about if you want to learn tips and tricks on how to do makeup. I know when I first started out on makeup, I had no idea what the hell I was doing, and you know, it's okay sometimes, but it's nice to actually watch and try to follow along with the video and learn how to contour, learn how to do eyeshadow, learn how to do eyebrows, face stuff, whatever, you know. It's just really nice to actually watch something and try to learn how to do it. So I got a lot of questions on how to do eyebrows, whatever it is, everything, just how to do makeup, and this video is for you, just to kind of cover everything. And if you do have any questions, like how do you do a cut crease, whatever it may be, leave it down below and we will film a video about how to do that so we can help you guys slay the game. But if you want to learn how to get this look, just really simple, glam, everyday kind of look, then just keep watching. Okay, so the very first step that you want to do is wash your face and moisturize. So this is what I use to wash my face every single day, every morning and night. It's by Philosophy and it's called Purity, and it's just a cleanser and it just helps get rid of the makeup and the dirt that you have throughout the day. So this is very, very important, especially even if you're not wearing makeup. It's just nice to wash your face. And then also you want to moisturize. Moisturizing is amazing just because it helps your makeup not get cakey, or if you're not even wearing makeup, it's just a nice thing to have on your skin because moisturizers have SPF and all that good stuff that you want for your skin. This is the Clique Moisturizing Gel. I can't read all of it, but there it is. This is amazing. Now, if you have dry to normal skin, I would suggest like a type of cream moisturizer, just because these are more moisturizing for your skin and it'll actually deeply moisturize your skin. Now, if you're on the oily side, I would suggest a gel, which is what this one is. Gels sink into your skin more than creams do. If you have oily skin, creams kind of just sit on your skin and make your skin more oily, especially at nighttime. So this is a gel, and I just prefer gels just because I have oily skin. So, but I'm gonna moisturize my face first. Always the first step you want to do. So I usually take 2 pumps of that and I just put it on my skin. And then I always put some under my neck, because if you have, like, I have a double chin, so this will kind of help not to let it sag. And if you are getting kind of more mature skin, going up is really good too, instead of going down. So the very first thing that I think a lot of people who wear makeup should really do is prime your face. If you have larger pores, go for more of a blurring primer, because it will fill in your pores and make your skin look a lot smoother. If you have oily skin, I would suggest like this one I have. It's a mattifying face primer. It's just a little one that I got from Ulta as a sample. It's mattifying, so it'll help kind of control your oil throughout the day. And then if you have normal skin, a lot of people like luminizing primers that kind of help make their face look more glowy. Like for us oily girls, we don't really like to look glowy all the time just because we have oil that helps create all of our glowiness. But this is the one I'm going to use today. This is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, and this has blurring effects, smoothing, and then this also helps control oil too, so that's really nice. So what I do is I take 2 pumps and then I dump this all over my face, and I just massage this in. I also bring this onto my eyelids. You always want to prime your eyelids, because even if you have normal skin, your eyelids can get kind of greasy, so this will just help keep your eye makeup on and not get smudged. So we're going to do foundation now, and there's 2 different ways, or just kind of multiple ways you can do foundation. You can use your hands. I prefer not to use my hands just because I have tools, and I think tools work a lot better than your hands, but that's just my opinion. You don't have to listen to me. Whatever, okay? You can use a brush like this. This is a synthetic brush. Foundations work better on synthetic. If you do like one of these brushes, well, if you do one of these brushes, these are more natural hair brushes, your foundation will look very streaky and it'll just not blend like you want it to. Synthetic brushes are just easier to clean, and they're easier to buff foundations in and not make your face look as streaky. Or you can use a sponge. I personally use sponges every single day, especially if you like full coverage foundations. This will help make your face not look as cakey, and it'll kind of sheer out your foundation though. You'll use a little bit more product, but I think it's just worth it just to have a nice base. I almost dropped my foundation. That would have been bad. Depending on what you like, you can have medium coverage, light coverage, or full coverage foundations. This one is more of a medium to full, depending on how many layers you put on. But this is the MAC Studio Fix. And a good way to pick out your foundation is honestly just going into the store. They have Ulta's nearby where I live, and they also have Sephora. Sephora is more pricey than Ulta, but Ulta, depending on which side you go to, you can usually find a good foundation in your price range. There are different types of foundations as it comes to color. You have cool tone, warm tone, and neutral. Cool tone is for the people who have more pinky tones underneath their skin. Neutral is where you have pink and warm tones or yellow tones, which is sometimes what people do if they can't really tell which one they are. But personally, I have yellow undertones. You can really tell, like in the sun, I have more yellowness to my skin. And usually if you buy foundations online, it'll say light with warm undertones. So it's really easy to kind of pick your foundation that you want, especially online. I think online shopping is just amazing. But also a store is amazing because you can actually test it. Test it on your neck. Do not test it on your hand. Your hand can be a lot darker just because your arms are more exposed to the sun, which will make your foundation's darker if you match it to your arms or anything. So I usually match it to my neck. I know what colors I am, so if I'm trying out a new foundation, I'll look up swatches. We all know what color of skin we have, so I usually just go off of that. So I'm going to start my foundation now. And I usually put it on the back or inside my hand. I'm going to put it on the back for today. See, as you can tell, it's a little bit more yellow. And a lot of foundations, like in Walmart or something, kind of run a little bit more cool toned. So I personally stick to Ulta foundations, just because they actually carry my undertone. And then use your sponge. If you have a sponge, wash it every day, or every 2 days if you have to. A lot of these sponges can carry bacteria, which can break you out, and nobody wants a breakout. You can get this online, you can get it in stores, wherever you want to. This one is only $5.99, I think it is. There's some sponges that are like $20, like a beauty blender. You can use a beauty blender, I just think these are a lot more softer, but you can use whatever you want to use. This is America, you can do what you want. Okay, so I'm gonna take my foundation and just start dabbing it onto my skin. So like I said, this is medium coverage. If you had a light coverage foundation, it wouldn't cover up a lot of the scarring that I have. and it's not full coverage because it doesn't cover everything immediately. So I usually just dab like this. You don't want to smear because you'll take away your foundation and ruin the coverage. So you always want to dab, especially with sponges. It's just nice to dab them. So I'm gonna take a little bit more. And with these sponges, you really want to get them wet because this will help melt this makeup into your skin. So I'm gonna put some more on my cheeks. I usually put more on my cheeks just because I have scarring from acne and all that. All the fun stuff that you have in your teenage years. Get every little crevice. And I usually take just a little bit on my eyelids. And then whatever's left, please drag it to your neck. Because if it doesn't match 100%, nobody will know. And this part I usually just drag, so I'm not worrying about coverage. I'm just trying to get the color to match. And so like right now my ears are kind of red, so I'll usually put just a little bit on my ears. So just really, like even in my hairline here, I'll just take a little bit and just drag it into my hairline. Because you can always just take a little bit of water and just take it off. It's just nice to have really nice blended makeup. Foundation is done and it looks pretty good actually. So I'm gonna apply some chapstick really quick just because I'm addicted to chapstick for some reason. So just throwing some on. And I don't like really white lips when I'm putting my makeup on. It looks scary. So I use Tarte Shape Tape. This is such an amazing concealer. It's very full coverage, especially if you have dark circles. It's just amazing. Now if you're really okay with foundation and you don't really care about highlighting your face, which means putting like lightness here on your forehead and your chin, you can just get a concealer that matches your face, or you can just stick with your foundation. Personally, I like a highlighted effect. This just kind of helps make my face look more shaped. So I'll show you what I do. So I take the concealer, and this has a huge wand, which is really nice. So what I do is I kind of make this shape underneath my eye. It's very full coverage, so if you're like me and you don't get a lot of sleep, this is great. So that's what I do. I usually put some on my chin. Don't put too much, just because it can get kind of cakey. And I take a little bit here to highlight my forehead, because I kind of have a bigger forehead because I have a receding hairline. Sucks. So, and then I have other places I'll highlight, but I just usually take the excess concealer and all that stuff. So I usually take the same flat side and line my chin and my forehead. And you really just want to keep it in the center. Because then when you contour and all that stuff, it'll help brighten certain areas, and then contours bringing darkness into other areas. What's really nice about this sponge is you can really get in there in your eye area and blend that. And I usually take a little bit and put it on my smile lines. Why? Because I want to, and because I feel like it does something, but it probably doesn't. So I don't do this every day, but I just want to show you how to do this, just because there can be some people who don't know how to do this. And that is cream contouring. I personally hate cream contouring because it can get ugly real quick, and it makes me cry. So I don't do cream contouring, but for you guys, I'm gonna do it. So this is the contour thing that I use. This is a really, really nice palette. It has 4 highlights, which I don't use because I don't use highlight. I'm sorry, Bobbie. This is the cream contour and this is the powder contour. I usually use powder contours. So that's what that looks like. For more cream products, you want to use a synthetic brush like I talked about earlier. You can tell because they kind of feel kind of more plasticky, and usually synthetics have a white top and a darker bristle. And get a little bit. Ugh, I hate cream contouring. So what I do is I usually take a line like this, and this cream contour is a little bit more cool. Cool tone will really define your cheekbones, especially if you're lighter skin. If you start to get darker, more warmer tones. That's what I do. So I just put a tiny bit here. I don't put a lot here because it's really hard to blend the forehead, in my personal opinion. Oh shit! Oh shit! That was a lot. I don't. No, thank you. Take that back. This is why I don't mess with cream contour, people. Now you see why. Now you see why I don't do it. You kind of just wipe off whatever you have. You can just take your t-shirt. That's really the best thing you can do in the makeup industry, is just don't even worry about makeup removers. Just use your shirt. And basically what you do is you kind of go in small circular motions and blend up. Don't blend down, blend up. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking my sponge and blend, small circular motions and blend up. And then I just usually take a sponge and kind of just go over it. It was such a disgusting sound. And then this forehead, I usually blend with a sponge, just because the brush will kind of make my streaks appear. And blend into your hairline, please. Just like that. Blend, blend, blend into the hairline, just so everything is more blended. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the face. Setting the face is very important. If you have normal to dry skin, I would suggest still setting your skin. If you're like me and you have oily skin, loose powders are your best friend, just because you are able to bake. Now what baking is basically you're putting powder on top of your skin and you put it on cream products. So when you put the powder on, actually underneath your skin, your face is creating a lot of heat, which will then make your powder soak back into your skin and just sets it. So the powder I use is the Airspun. You can actually get this at Walmart. It's really, really cheap for this big, huge thing. This has lasted me like a couple months so far. I might have to get a new one pretty soon, but whatever. So I'm just taking my sponge again and dipping it into my powder, just like that. So what I do is I kind of look up and dab that into there. And getting really close to your lash line. Then I bring it down here, right here, because your makeup can crease really easily there. On your smile lines, and I put it on my cheeks. And then it's normal for the powder to fall, just because you're using so much. Chin. This powder smells really bad. It doesn't, like, it smells good, but it's just really powering. It has a really strong older lady perfume smell. So personally, I use 2 powders, just because that one's more for setting. This is the It Bye Bye Pores, make you look more airbrushed. So I usually just put this mostly on my cheeks, right here, where I have pores, and I put. It tastes great. Okay, so now for the fun part for me. I love eyebrows. There are a lot of products for eyebrows. There is the Dip Brows, which is just a cream product, a cream eyebrow product here. These tend to stay longer. They also make pencils. This is the Ulta pencil. Oh, this one was the e.l.f. one. This is the Ulta one. And it's just a small, skinny eyebrow pencil. And they have a little spoolie. In case you have harsh lines, you can spoolie it out and it'll be fine. Okay, and then you also have the powder. This is personally what I use every day. But I'm going to show you 2 different ways you can do it. Just because I've had a lot of questions on how to do eyebrows. So I'm going to show you how to do a powder and a pencil. Personally, I don't use a cream brow just because it takes too long, and especially if you have literally more cream brow products are for like if you don't really have that much hair. If you put a really creamy product, it's just gonna look really weird. It's gonna stick to your brow hair and it's just gonna be a hot mess. So personally, I just use a powder, but I'll show you how to do a pencil too. And this is what I use every day. This is the City Color Bold Brow Powder. It has a lighter powder, and this powder, obviously you can tell that I use this powder, so that's what I'm gonna use. And then I use a flat brush. You can also use angled brushes. So I just dip into the powder, start at the bottom, and then just create the under shape. So I'm gonna move this right here. To the top. Kind of creating the shape that you want. So like I don't have that many hairs here. So I would just fill in more. Like that. So after I get the bottom and the top done, I just fill in the middle. That doesn't have any product. And then I kind of just brush off some product on my hand. If I'm doing a gradient brow, kind of in the mornings I don't really have time to, so I just like slap them on and I've just gone and have it. So what I do is I take off the excess powder, so I don't really have that much powder on. And I kind of just take that bottom line and kind of shimmy it up and create the shape you want. So there's the brow, and if you do go a little bit too heavy on the inner part of your eyebrow, this is really, really nice to have a spoolie. What you do is you kind of take the spoolie and just brush up and just kind of brush away some of the excess powder. And that kind of creates a more gradient. The pencils are really easy to use. I use these if I'm going for more of a natural look. This is for more people who have, you know, bald spots and they have a lot of hair. A lot of people actually do their whole eyebrows with a brow pencil, which you can do whatever you want, okay? So what I do is I just start filling in the bottom like the other one. See, like I have this really dark circle here.
Oh, yeah.
What I do is I just take the pencil and I define the bottom. Like so, just so I have my shape. And then I kind of fill in the bald spots. I don't really worry about making it too defined. But if you have full brows, a brow pencil is really, really nice because you can shape your brows however you want, and then just take your brow pencil and just fill in. Like if you don't have that many hairs in the front and you want more hairs, you can literally draw hair-like strokes with the brow pencil. So I really think these are nice if you have more defined brows. So now that you got your brows done, usually what you want to do is set them. Especially if oily skin, dude, your eyebrows can just disappear. Literally, they just melt away. So what I use is a clear brow gel. You can also use a tinted brow gel, or you can even use mascara. Don't use black, but you can use a tinted mascara. This is what I use. This is the Ulta Beauty Brow Shaping Gel. Okay, so if you're just now starting out with makeup and you're not really skilled with the eyes yet, I'm going to show you how to get a really, really nice look and have it look nice and blended. It's a little dirty, you know, but it's fine. It's the Tartelette Toasted Palette by Tarte. My wonderful husband got it for me. These are all the colors. As you can tell, I use the bottom row the most. So that's what we're going to use today. So what I usually do is I usually just kind of set the eyes with a nice powder. So you want to take the same color as your skin tone, or a nice cream color. If you're a little bit lighter, if you're a little bit darker, kind of take a little bit darker color. Or use your face powder, it's up to you. So this is what I use. Kind of just brush it on top of the eyes. Okay, so now that your eyes are nice and set, we're going to start with eyeshadow. So I'm just going to show you a really, really simple, easy, and most effective way to get a nice blended look. And I'm only going to use a few colors from this palette. So I'm going to take this color here. This is called Latte, and it's just a really nice neutral brown color. So this is the transition shade. Transition shades are really, really important. This is what helps make your look more blended. Okay, so what you do is you get into your crease. Your crease is right here where your eye folds. I have a hooded lid on this side, and I don't have a hooded lid on this eye. And I put it into my socket. This is your crease. And you just start placing that color there. And you just go back and forth. Once you have your color placed and when doing that motion, start doing circular motions. And kind of go up towards the brow. Don't go completely up to the brow. If you do, I'll help you fix that. Just go in a circle and just blend that. Like if you ended up putting up a bit too high, take your brow bone, blend it. Okay, and then next, after you get done doing that, take your bone color, the color you set your eyebrows with, take that and blend that up by your eyebrow. And that'll just help blend your transition shade at the very brow bone part, which is where you don't really want a lot of color unless you're highlighting it. So I'm going to use a chocolate bar palette. This is a semi-sweet chocolate bar palette by Too Faced. And I am going to take this one. This is a little bit darker. So I'm going to take a blending brush actually. It's a little bit dirty, you know, whatever. Take it to that transition shade. Tap off the excess. If you're baking right now, it's really, really good because then you don't have to worry about fallout because you can just sweep it away. So what I do is I place it on the corner and blend it into your crease, but not above the transition shade. So what you do, you take that first brush you used. So I'm going to take this shade. This is the Fireside shade here. Take that, take off some extra. Again, put that in your outer corner. And I just put this in my outer corner, like so. And I don't blend it right now. Outer corner. Just do the placement first, like so. Kind of dab on your outer corner. This will help blend it in here. Not going up too high. There you go. That's a really, really simple and easy look. can see, it's darker and it gets a little bit lighter, and then you got your brow bone here. This shade here, this shade is called Candle. It's just a very pretty, light shade, has a little bit of glitter in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my finger. These shades are really good for your fingers. Just put it on the inner part of your eye. I put it on the inner corner. Putting colors on the inner corner will really brighten your eyes, especially if you're a little bit more tired. Pop some. We're gonna do some eyeliner. I personally do wings every day, and then I forgot to tell you what I have. This is the Essence eyeliner pen. Felt tip liners are amazing, especially if you're beginning, just because you have more control. They have cream eyeliner. You can use with ankle brushes. This is just a really good way to practice and all that. Like I said, draw a line, kind of in the middle, take it and move it down. Okay, so personally, since I have one-headed lid, I have to make this eyeliner a little bit thicker just to match this one. So, and you just connect it with the eyeliner. The other side. So I'm gonna use a eye pencil. This is by Vintage. It's just this eye pencil. Just put some eyeliner on. I'll show you how to tightline. This is the easiest way I know how to tightline. Some people go like this. Do the top. Do the bottom. Not bad. So what you do, you have your waterline here. Place your eyeliner in your waterline. Close your eye. And go back and forth. This will tightline the top and the bottom. And I'm going to smoke out the bottom. You always want to put just a little bit of eyeshadow on your bottom, just to make your eye look more blended. I'm gonna take this that very first shade I used. I'm just gonna take that and just put that underneath and just blend it. And it'll mix with your eyeliner and just make it look more blended. See? Just a little bit more blended because it kind of takes the eyeliner down and blends it down like that. Here's this one actually. This is the Amplified Hydro or something. Blah blah blah. Boop. These brushes are interesting. What you do is you just gotta take it, shimmy, 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 shimmy. If you get any mascara on like your eyelid, don't wipe it away. Let it dry and actually take a Q-tip and wipe it away. It comes right off. You just have to let it dry. Put some on the bottom. There we go. So your eyes are complete. So what I do is I just take a big brush and I just wipe it away. As you can see, look how much my skin has soaked up that powder. It's just, I love baking. It's amazing. And if you put foundation on your neck, dry some of your excess powder off and just let your neck. Bronzer, contouring, blush, and I will do some highlight today. I don't usually do highlight, but today I'm gonna do some highlight. So what I do is I take some bronzer first. And this is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is the best freaking bronzer. And it smells so good. Amazing. So bronzer is bronzing with the face, bringing sun to your face, giving you a little bit more color. Contouring is more chiseled and giving you definition in certain places. Okay, so for bronzer, what I use is a fan brush. Fan brushes, you can use any bigger brush. You can literally even use a brush like this. You can use whatever brush you want to use. This is what I use. It's just a little bit more fluffy and it's kind of puts product everywhere. So grab your bronzer, swirl it in, watch all the product fly, and what you do, where you put that cream contour or second your cheeks, that line here, don't go below that. You want to keep your bronzer above and on that line. So what I do, bronze. And you don't want to go all the way in. Keep it right here, right on your cheeks. Okay. Again, take some more. Take your line right there, put on that line, and go up. Bronzer can go on more on the cheeks, as opposed to contouring goes just strictly in this area here. So I usually take some bronzer, put on my forehead. This will kind of bring my forehead a little bit down, not make it look so big, but blend into your hairline, just like that. Okay, then it'll make your hair smell good too. Multitasker, he needs perfume. Just kidding, that's gross. Anyways, so I'm gonna take it just a little tiny bit, put it on the tip of my nose. People go in and contour their nose fully with different brushes. I don't. I just kind of quickly do my nose. Your nose can get kind of lost, so I really suggest doing this. If you're doing a full face, kind of just makes your nose a little bit more defined. So I'm just kind of a little bit more. Okay, so now that you are nice and bronzed, we're gonna do some contour. So what I do for contour is I use this brush. This brush kind of goes at a point and has a hair sticking out of it. Thank you, goodbye. And this can really get into that cheekbone there. So what I do, using that same palette I talked about earlier, and I'm gonna take this. Oh my gosh! I just hit pan on this shade. Oh, that's sad. That is. Sorry, I'm just really depressed now, so I'm just gonna keep rolling with it. Okay, like I said, look at your cheek. Follow that line. Go right there. Put it there for a second. Then you can go and blend in a little bit. Just place your product. Place your product. I take the rest of it, put it under your chin, and that'll help distribute the rest of it. So then you can blend the rest of your cheeks. So I kind of bring it down here, just because I have more of a prominent like little thing here, so I just take a little bit. Then once you have all of that product off, most of it, take that and blend that. Just a little bit. Take a little bit on your forehead if you want. Kind of put it on your hairline. Take a little bit on your nose. And then some people put it underneath the bottom of the lip. So it makes it a little bit more pouty. Whatever people want to do. So next we're going to do blush. I love blush. This is my favorite blush. This is the Milani Romantic Rose Powder Blush. Amazing blush. If you're like me, you don't really like blush that much, this is really, really good because it's more natural and it's not very pigmented, which is really, really good for blushes, just because it makes you not look so rosy cheeked and kind of crazy. So I just take a little bit. I just take a big fluffy brush like this. Take that. I tap off some of the excess. And what I do is I put on my apples. So smile and then bring it back. Right on top of that bronzer is fine. Apples. Bring it back. And blend it. So just keep going back and forth. So it's nice and blended. So I'm going to highlight now. I hate highlighting, but we're going to do it anyways. So I don't really have a highlighting brush anymore. But I'm going to use this brush just because this is all I got right now. Because I don't know what I do with my highlighting brush. So you can take any highlight you want. People use different highlighters. I'm going to take this one personally. Kind of mix it with both. Boop, boop, boop. And you want to keep your highlight at the high points of your cheekbones. High points, your cheekbones. Cupid's bow. That's what some people do. Put it on the nose. I personally don't do this just because I don't really like my nose. It's a little bit huge. Humongo. Okay. That's usually the places that you should highlight. Some people highlight in other places. Maybe on your chin, your forehead, whatever the hell you want to do. Okay, and now you just do lips. You know, some people like different things. Okay. Some people like chapstick. Okay, you can use a chapstick. You can use a lipstick. It's by MAC. This is Honey Love. This is my favorite lipstick. I try to wear this every single day. It's just an amazing shade. It's amazing nude. Some people like bright colors. Some people like neutral colors. Some people like brown colors. I personally like nudes. Nudes are more like, not skin tony, but just really light. So this is my favorite lipstick. Some people wear lip glosses. This is Kylie lip gloss in the shade. Sorry, you can't see. So cute. These kind of look the same color, not gonna lie. You can use lip glosses. You can use them on top of each other, or the more this type of lipstick is more popular now. This liquid lipstick. This is Jeffree Star in Mannequin. Liquid lipsticks dry down to a matte. They stay a little bit longer. Of course, if you're eating oily foods, it will break that down. These are my favorite shades. They kind of look the same, but you know, whatever. We're gonna roll with it. Now, usually with this eye look, I like to take my lipstick. I still have my chapstick on, but I just usually leave it on. So again, this is Honey Love. The MAC lipsticks are kind of pricey, but it's a lipstick. It lasts you a long time. So that's it for the makeup tutorial for beginners, or if you're just now learning how to use makeup and you just want some simple steps on how to get a look. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know down below. I literally look up our YouTube page a lot and I'll answer any questions. But thank you guys so much for watching. We started this channel just because we have been wanting to do this for such a long time. And we love makeup. You know, we're not gonna have videos that are all about makeup all the time. You know, we want to, you know, just be creative and do whatever we want. But thank you guys so much for watching. Literally, even if you just watch it or you like it, or it's amazing that some people share the video with other people, it's amazing. And I just thank you so much for supporting us. And now we have a Facebook page. I will link it down below. Like right now, we're just like posting things, like random things on there. But eventually, you know, we do want to do giveaways where we just buy a whole bunch of makeup, or, you know, whatever we want. You know, like skincare. I don't know. It really just depends. We'll just do a giveaway and just say thank you for watching our videos and supporting us. And it just means a lot to us. So thank you so much for watching. Truly, we love you. If you guys want to see any videos, let us know down below. Let us know what you guys want to see, because maybe not a lot of you are into makeup and you're just watching us just for fun. So much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Mwah!